President Obama is in France this morning for the G8 Economic Summit, dealing with the financial fallout of everything from Middle East protests to the IMF director's recent arrest. CBS News Chief White House correspondent Chip Reid is traveling with the president. He's in Deauville, France this morning. Chip, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Erica. Well, you know, at last year's G8 summit, almost all of the focus was on pulling the world out of the worst recession since the 1930s. And of course, this year they will continue to talk about the economic recovery. But they also have a new focus, providing an economic aid package for nations emerging from the Arab Spring.
After a state visit to Great Britain, President Obama arrived in France this morning for a two-day summit of the Group of 8 industrialized economies. One top agenda item for the G8 leaders gathered here, creating an economic aid package for countries like Egypt and Tunisia as they seek to transition to democracy. The leaders will also focus on nuclear safety in the wake of the disaster at Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant in Japan, and on a replacement for Dominique Strauss-Kahn, who resigned as president of the International Monetary Fund after being charged with sexual assault on a hotel maid in New York City.
The focus right now is who comes after Strauss-Kahn. What does this mean? The IMF does have an important role in the global economy. Will it be a European? Will it be a new face from the emerging economies? And that struggle of who's going to get that seat, I think, will play out in the next few days.
Security is also a big concern here, the first major gathering of world leaders since Osama bin Laden was killed earlier this month. French police divers are working to secure the waters off Deauville, a resort city popular with elite vacationers from Paris. Anti-globalization activists have already taken to the streets of Le Havre, located about 25 miles from Deauville. Riot police are hoping to avoid a repeat of violent protests that broke out 10 years ago at the G8 summit in Genoa, Italy.
The president is also holding some meetings on the side with other leaders, including the leaders of Russia, Japan, and France. Erica?
Chip Reid in Deauville, France this morning. Chip, thanks.